Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bet you didn't see this coming. My name is WonderX Jr., and today we're going to be reviewing the LG Watch Sport. And yes, it's been a while since I produced content on my channel. I'm sorry, guys. Live streams and track and all kinds of stuff. It just took up all my time, so I'm going to review this now. I might also talk about the chair I'm sitting in a later video. Stay tuned for that. But for now, we're going to review the LG Watch Sport. Now, what is the LG Watch Sport? Now, for starters, this was a watch made back in 2016 that I got at the end of 2017 as a Christmas present, and I haven't looked back since I got it. So the first thing you probably noticed about this watch is that it's pretty big. You know my small wrist you're going to see here. It's pretty big. It's very thick. It was built as a fitness watch first. It wasn't built as like an everyday watch, but some watch faces can make it kind of classy. We'll talk about like watch faces and the software near the end of the video. But let's talk about like the specs and stuff. So the specs, the LG Watch Sport has a round 1.3 inch 480 by 480 348 pixels per inch POLED screen. And if you heard POLED, you're right. This is the same kind of screen as in LG's phones and the Pixel 2 XL. And whenever you look at white screens off axis, you'll be able to see some blue shift, but it's not too bad because you're never looking at a watch really off axis. And the CPU inside has a 1.1 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon Wear 2100 4-core processor. Now this is a very 2-year-old processor, but Google is apparently working on a new Pixel watch with Qualcomm with the newest Wear processor inside, so I'm excited to see that. 256 megabytes of RAM, so I don't know, half a Chrome tab maybe, I don't know. The GPU inside has an Adreno 304. You don't really need anything massive just to show basic information on it. 4 gigabytes of storage. It has Wi-Fi 802.11n, Bluetooth 4.1, I'm sorry. GPS, NFC. It even supports GSM networks like T-Mobile and AT&T. But you might want to use AT&T because in my box they had a guide for syncing your AT&T number between the watch and your phone. It also has a speaker, IP68 water resistance, and a heart rate monitor. So that's a very compelling package. And when this watch was new, it cost $350. I was able to find one for $250, but your mileage may vary. You might not even be able to find one new on Amazon. But let's talk about the experience of actually using this watch. It is very snappy. So one of the things that's really cool about this watch is the crown. And the crown works exactly as you would think. You rotate it and information just moves. And it's awesome. If you move the crown up, you scroll up. You move it down, you scroll down. It's pretty intuitive. The watch face I have on is pretty minimalistic. I have the weather, my step count, and a shortcut to the Google Assistant on there I can use. And also there's programmable buttons. So the top left one I have launched Google Fit, but the bottom right one I have launched Google Hangouts, which I use to text, which I can text on this watch too. If you don't put a SIM card in this watch, it'll either use Wi-Fi or it'll connect to your phone via Bluetooth, and it'll take that data connection from your phone. But let's talk about using Wear OS. Google's Wear OS. It used to be called Android Wear, but now it's Wear OS. Wear OS is based on Android 8.0, and it works very well in the LG Watch Sport. This used to be Google's flagship watch, but now really they've not really cared too much about Wear OS. But one of the cool things is the Google Assistant. Now, the Google Assistant is new. I'm preaching to the choir here. But now it actually talks back. So I'm going to hit the shortcut and say, what's the weather?
Currently in 47513 it's 84 degrees Fahrenheit and partly cloudy. Today, there'll be isolated...
Yeah, be quiet. Yeah, so she talks back now on the watch, which is very cool because it wasn't able to do that when I first bought it. There's an abundance of watch faces on this watch. My favorite is Quody. Yeah, Quody. I don't know how you pronounce that, but I'm going to pronounce it Quody. There's like very like stellar. This is like kind of more up class, kind of. It looks more like a real watch. So once again, the watch starts at $250. If you're willing to put up with Android not Android Wear anymore. See, that's what Google gets for renaming an operating system. I kind of still call it Android Wear. Even the boot up screen still says Android Wear whenever you turn this thing on. So it's kind of weird, but it's something you deal with. I digress. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had to move the chair so you can get to the annotations. Click right here to maybe watch my Google Home review, and down here just to listen to a song to a very special person who just graduated actually on Saturday. So congrats to you, Jelly. And click my face to subscribe like always. Like, share, subscribe. Click the thumbs down button if you didn't really like it. My feelings won't be hurt. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.